Dear group, dear my son, I was here and I received a question. As you can imagine, I get the question not by the words said, but by the thought that is behind the words, because you cannot say anything without having a thought behind. And we are not able to get the vibration of sound. That was just to explain, because some of you might ask, how come someone asks a question with his voice and I can hear? We don't have ears, we don't have any senses, but we get the thought. So if we get the thought, it may be a bit wider, most times, probably, than the actual words coming out. Anyway, as you know, as you feel, a big change is going on. You feel it with Mother Earth, with its changes. And I've explained several times what's going on with Mother Earth. And the main cause is humanity. Humanity is also going through changes because the era is changing from mind to heart and soul. It's very gradual to move from an era where the energy was more in the mind to the energy located in the heart and the soul. It will take time, but the energy is already bubbling and coming up. And these are mainly the people everywhere. But if we have to divide humanity into two parts of influence, you'll have the people, the simple man, woman, family, and all they want is to live peacefully, happily, healthy. But on the other side, you have the leaders. So some countries, democratic countries, when a leader is not performing as expected, he will be replaced by any of the systems of elections or any other kind of system. But many countries work differently. The leadership is there out of power and out of many negative reasons like ego, greed, money, even sex, but power to do whatever they want. And always there should be two sides to negative and positive. This is the light and the darkness. See if in this case, you would see the light as the people just wanting what I mentioned. Those, you can call them dictator, leaders. They are the dark side because they are leading all their country and their people. And maybe it can lead other nations to war, to misery, and actually a downgrade in the energies, in the purification. Because when people get desperate, they will do anything to survive. Anything meaning crime, violence. We've seen that all along the history of humanity. So the greatest challenge of humanity on the light side is to get rid or lower the profile of the dark side of those leaders. How many times one powerful leader caused wars and casualties and misery? Look at what's going on in Russia now. Look at Iran. You think the people of Iran want to expand and put terror everywhere and be religious, fanatic religious? What about the people of North Korea? You think they want war and missiles? And you can go on and on. There was just a few samples. So the energy, the light energy, is reflected with the people. It's a very positive energy because the people, mainly where the regimes are strong and leaning towards dictatorship, the people do not have any other choice. And they are very courageous, endangering their lives, their families, their well-being. Look what's happening in your country now. What's happening in Israel is not because anything has been done. Nothing has been done. It's only a process. But what they do not understand probably is that the influence is done by people's expectations from what will happen, not from the actual doing. People in Israel want to avoid a situation where there'll be no going back. And I spoke about the situation in Israel several times in the last few weeks. It's going back in order to go to a much more safer and stable future. Israel will pay a price, if it will be the people or changes in the government or whatever. So, all in all, we can connect all the changes together. Mother Earth has to get back her energy level, which she lost gradually and more quickly in the past years due to the mankind. And people all over the world representing the light want their freedom, want their well-being. They don't want to be rich everywhere, just want to be left alone and live their own lives. And this is all part of the karmatic journey of humanity with Mother Earth, but mainly humanity. So this is the reason that you see the protesting, the riots, the regimes. It will take time. We cannot tell you how long. It will be involved with crises, casualties. But that's part of the spiritual journey nowadays of mankind. And finally, to you, just do your work. Because there's no other solution to strengthen the light forces wherever they are. It's by groups like yours, by self-meditation, by these spiritual activities which you can say go behind the scenes. They don't go direct to influence someone of doing or not doing. I hope the message is clearing up those topics. I love you and bless you all, Menorah.